Yeah, anyway, in the Crown Vic, super snowy day. I tried to make a left turn there. Had no idea that median was there. Boop! I was like, oh, shit! Hey, what's up, Super Crew? Today I got my very good friend James with me. He's going to try out the WRX since the new tune. He's the real car guy. So we'll see if we can get his seal of approval. Maybe, maybe not. This is the, I mean,
we'll see.
The 997 was the Porsche you had, correct?
I had a 996.
996,
yeah.
2002?
2002, 4S.
That thing was sick. He's very good at scaring me quite a bit on our drives, so we'll see. So we want to do some more videos with this garage. This thing is amazing. This is James's pride and joy in this garage in the current project. The 61, is that correct? F250, complete rebuild. Can we get a sneak peek? Can we see the hood? Under the hood, that is, James. We'll go over this a lot more, but this is a freaking sweet project. Let there be light.
Yeah, LQ7, so it's the Iron Block LS3. 4L60E.
Do you know where that came out of? I mean, LSs are in everything, I suppose.
2003
Suburban?
It's the Blazer one, the Tahoe.
Very good. Yeah, so we'll go over that some more for sure. He's got an awesome, fully built Subaru Baja as well I want to take a look at. So let's jump in the WRX and go for a quick spin. So what are some of your impressions so far? Because you have the huge hood scoop on your Baja.
I do, but yours is, well, this newer style, they tucked them down further into the hood, and that makes it not stick off as far as mine does.
It just screams 2004. Another thing I've been noticing is once I got that front bumper cover on, that front mount doesn't look very big at all.
No, but it's mostly covered up.
I know. I was looking at some other pictures from before and it's like, what happened?
It's still visible.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get some birds and small children caught in there.
Right.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Scared, aren't you?
Don't scare me.
I won't scare you on my street.
Don't shit where you live.
That's right.
I'll rev at the bad neighbor. Oh, so now he knows to look out for the Subaru to hate. So you saw the graphs, right? And and actually, I didn't even notice the first time I was looking at it and I think they didn't start measuring till later in the RPM band, but the low end was higher on the pre-tune. So I ended up getting like 45 horsepower and 55 extra torque, but it seems like the low end isn't as good as it was, so we have overall higher top end. So I don't know, see if you can feel that. Another thing, the tuner was saying it felt very tinny, like a tin can on the new headers. Like, yeah, obviously I have the cheap ones, but whether you get Perrin or anything else, he was saying they're about exactly the same. So if you can hear that header, or what you think about that.
Once they do, actually helps fill in that lower end.
So I could be wrong. Not until recently, like within the last year or so, have I seen them making FA turbos, because it's the whole assembly that connects directly to the header, and I think it just took them a while to get those things made for the FA motor. I've jumped this curb once in the snow. I was in a Crown Vic. I didn't super snowy day. I tried to make a left turn there. Had no idea that median was there. Boop! I was like, oh shit! I'm so glad this is a work car.
Man damaged the wheel on the Volkswagen in very much the same way.
Similar fashion.
Yeah. That curve didn't exist. It's covered in snow.
I don't know. Going back to what you were saying about how they do have new turbos out now. I don't know. I gotta chill on this car. I gotta save up for something else maybe. C8 Corvette one day, but that's gonna be a while. So, initial impressions, James. When was the last time you drove this? I can't remember.
I think it was just after your previous tune. So that would have been top HR stuff and top.
So when I was doing the headers, that was the guy that had to do the hard work of welding on to the other nut to get it off. I would have thought of that. Yeah, so not to take credit for that. He's the more mechanical in nature for sure. I'm working up slowly. I was afraid to touch anything on a car up until, probably just a couple years ago. I don't even like working on cars. I just like cool stuff, you know?
Well, it makes all the good sounds.
Yeah, so I ended up actually switching that Perrin turbo inlet assembly back over again to the stock one because my dam level was going weird. It went down to like, it's supposed to be at a solid 1, went down to 8. That's 0.875, which is not that bad depending on who you ask, but I was trying to get my variables back in order to where it was exactly for the tune. And then once I realized that I had to clear those codes and reload the map, that's when I got rid of my problems. Utah's ugly, don't move here.
Yeah.
We don't want you.
Don't move here, but it's not.
I guess what I was saying with that turbo inlet assembly, the bypass valve, that Boomba bypass valve, had the squirreliest sounding turbo noise on let-off that I had ever heard. It was much more pronounced before I switched the turbo inlet assembly back to the stock one, and you can also oddly hear it a little bit better at like mid RPM let-off. Stop making foolish turbo noises.
Nope. I'll stop with the turbo
Oh shit. Well, we're now can go from the stock and see how that is. They can. So what are your power goals on the F250 build?
Honestly, if the stock LS is like 300-ish, and while that's not fast, it's got 410 gears, and as long as it'll do good burnout,
Nice.
that's,
Do you want to
it
go?
just needs to be a truck.
Do you want to do some induction later down the road, or on the next project? What's the electric project? I'm sure you've told me. Well, hold on. Let's rip around this on-ramp first. I forget things.
That one has not come out a lot.
So, have you looked around? Can you buy a salvaged drivetrain off a Model S? I mean, they've been around, what, like 8 years now?
Yeah, they're definitely available. You can even make sure you pick one with a ludicrous motor.
Because that's what you want.
Yeah. I don't need 300 miles of range. I need a ludicrous motor.
Yes.
Apparently all the circuit boards for the ludicrous mode come in red. And that's, so
like the PCBs?
Yeah.
That's badass.
Exactly.
So
it's got good mid-range.
Yeah, maybe get to speed where you can get down to 4th, but I don't know, something about the mid-range and low-end feels not as good to me. I don't know, I'm curious, I might try a E-Tune just for shits and giggles, if I can find one for like $200. I think they normally run like 300 or so. Then you gotta do your own data logging. I don't know, it's probably not that bad. They probably just tell you, you know, rip down the street, 2nd, 3rd gear, send us the logs, and most of them I heard, I think it's Brent tuning. Have you heard of them, James? They sound pretty good though. I mean, as far as their response time, like most of the videos of people I've heard said they will get back to you like within a day with the next revision. So it'll take you a few different revisions. I wouldn't expect anything necessarily much better. I am just kind of curious of what else is out there. 4th gear. Kilometers. I don't know, freeway speed, I can't hear that header at all, like, any differently than has it been in the past. I think just on cold startup, it has that really tin sound to it.
Think about the differences. I'm almost certain that the material thickness of the header is thinner than on your factory header.
That and there's no additional heat shielding, plus which provides some degree of sound, you know, isolation. But really ugly too. If you guys seen those stock headers, I guess it's all about building them as cheap as and efficiently as possible. They are ugly suckers.
Also heavy.
And they were pretty dang heavy. Say that again.
I don't think I have anything to be upset about.
Does it feel like
it's not
almost 300 wheel horsepower?
Definitely.
Okay, so to get the excuses out of the way again, elevation here in Orem's actually higher up.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like
we're like 4,200 feet.
Yeah, so Salt Lake City, 4,200. They were 4,700. 4,775. Is that what I said? Something like that. That's a lot of elevations. I would love to drive this thing at sea level.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'd be a night and day difference.
Definitely. You know, it definitely pulls like it should. It doesn't feel like it's faster than that, but it doesn't feel slow for that either.
The numbers sound about right.
Yeah. The butt dyno agrees.
Butt dyno. That's what's important, right?
At the end of the day.
Right. All right. Thank you, James.
No problem.
We hope to do some more collab stuff. He's got some really cool things he's working on with that truck, and just showing off his Baja, which is definitely a unique thing. Like, I call it Roadrunner comical to see something you don't expect to see going that fast.
Yeah. I wish it was it's not quite as fast as this, but it's definitely heavier too.
It's pretty awesome though. We'll take a look at that, guys. Hey, apologies for this really terrible shaky cam video. Just doing something a little bit different today. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.